Happy New Year, everyone. We're in 2026 now. That is exciting. Yay! So, as this new year has started, I've been seeing a lot on my social media of like Year of the Horse and what it means for all the other years that you were born in. And it looks like for me, Year of the Rat, I will be facing, I guess, just not the best year again. Which is, you know what? Not what I wanted to hear. Yeah, I've been seeing everywhere on Instagram that the year of the rat is ranked 12th for year of the horse. I guess we're just not gonna be doing great with wealth, with relationships, with career, and I'm like, amazing, great, I really love that. But I think I'm not gonna let that information just stop me from achieving what I want. I'll definitely be going after my dreams and still putting in the effort to do the things that I want to do, but I'll definitely be keeping in mind that this year probably won't look too great for me. So I think my plan is I'm gonna lay really low, but I will be still be putting out my work, and maybe this time is just a time for just learning as much as I can. So when my year does arrive, I'll be ready to be growing and excelling. And I'm just frustrated that I'm letting like like these infographics about the year of the horse and the year of the rat just get to me. Because I was like, you know what, I can do it. This year will be my year, things are gonna be looking up. But my hopes are low, and I think it's also because I'm also going through my Saturn's return, so it just seems like once again this year will be just a ton of changes. And so, you know what, if I am going through all these changes, might as well go through them drastically. And so that's what I've been asking for the universe. I'll probably regret saying that I want a lot of these changes, but hey, if I'm going through them, just give me a 360 flip or something. I just want the change. 100%, 0 to 100%, give me all of it. Give me all of it all at once. So let's see what this year provides, and let's see if we'll survive. I'm nervous and I'm excited because last year was a lot of changes for sure. But I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself. I learned how trustworthy I am and how delusional I can be and how optimistic I am in just certain situations that just does not seem very optimistic. Maybe it'll teach me more things about myself, which I am desperately in need of at the moment. On to our art project. So we finally finished our painting. I'm looking at it right in front of me, and there's like one more fix I have to do, but I think overall the painting is done. That small snippet right there. It's pretty much done, and I'm very excited to share it. But I think now my mindset is do I share this piece as a singular piece of artwork, or do I share it within this like love project that I'm thinking of? Because I'm already thinking about my next project idea within this like love series project that I'm trying to portray. And that's where my head's kind of stuck at, because I do really love this painting and I do really want to like give it away if somebody wants to buy it. But at the same time, I kind of want to keep it for myself because it's so pretty. So we'll see. But the next part of my project that I want to focus on, it's going to be unrequited love. So basically, unrequited love it's essentially a one-sided love. So you're basically liking person A, and either you don't share your feelings with them and you get hurt, or you do share your feelings with them and they just don't reciprocate those feelings. And as I was basically researching on this unrequited love, I'm realizing, oh, I've experienced unrequited love. Unrequited love, that is my territory. That is my zone. I know unrequited love. And as sad as that may sound, I think, again, I'm in a unique position where I can express my emotions on unrequited love. And so I think that's the next project of where I'm gonna head towards, of unrequited love. Because this painting is of what I think love is. Like, maybe not falling in love, but what I think just love is in general. So I think the next step of that would be unrequited love, and then I think falling in love would be my next project after that. Just like all these like different aspects of love is kind of very intriguing to me. When it comes to like my like art practice and just like my art interest, I move on very quickly. And I think as I'm heading into this new year and I'm actually kind of focusing on my art, I think working in big projects might be a little bit more helpful for me, cause so I can basically sit in this time of like an overall theme for each project that I'm working on. Because I remember I went to, I think it was Picasso, where he had a blue period theme, and I found that so interesting because all his paintings were basically like the color blue, and that was very intriguing for me. And I thought about that, and I'm like, maybe I should focus, instead of on a color, maybe I should focus on a feeling, which I chose love. And so I think I'm gonna focus on love as my general, like, love will be my general concept idea, and then everything else will be relating to love. So it will still feel like their own like project. I don't know, I'm kind of very interested to see where this project takes me. And so the painting that I currently did was very unplanned. Quite literally no planning at all. It was just seeing where my brushstrokes will take me, and I did enjoy the process as much as possible, because this sort of painting is what I'm not really used to. And so what I'm gonna focus on for my next project is I'm gonna still keep that momentum of like discovery through like painting, but I think I'm gonna change that to sketching. So I'll sketch all the ideas that I have in my mind, like let's see where my hand takes me, and then basically just choose which discovery I like best and kind of just like mash them together. And I'll see how that goes, and we'll see how that looks and if I actually like that. What I loved about this painting is basically the spontaneity of it. I just, having no control of this painting was very difficult, but at the same time was very exciting because I just didn't know what it was gonna be. And kind of just seeing where it was taking me instead of me taking it was kind of an interesting feeling that I was experiencing. Because for the longest time, I think when I came to painting, I always had the mindset of like, oh, I need an idea, I need a theme, and I need to follow painting in like this step and painting in that step, and I gotta like figure everything out before I paint it all. And I think that's why, honestly, sometimes my paintings looked really dead and dry. But I think starting this new approach of just kind of just sitting with the painting and just like looking at it and having it tell me what it needs was very intriguing, because I'm kind of seeing this painting as more as a like a creature and energy of its own, which I've never experienced seeing a painting in that way. And so I kind of want to keep that creative like energy going in my next maybe painting or like pencil sketching. The only downside to that is that because I'm basically sitting in front of the painting and just not painting for like maybe like the first 15-20 minutes, I'm taking a really long time painting these paintings. And I think this painting took me about 4 or 5 months, solely because A, I would forget to paint, and B, I would paint maybe like small things for like 30 minutes to an hour max. I don't know if that's because I'm not experienced yet in like listening to what the painting needs, or if it's because I'm just distracted easily. And I think for me to figure that out is I just kind of have to keep building up this momentum of this communication I have with this painting. Maybe I will share the painting. It's just it's so pretty. I want to share it with the world. And then I'll say it's like part of a series or something. We'll see. Now, as I head into this new year and I'm trying to learn more about myself, and so I'm learning myself through painting and I'm learning myself through my journals. But I think because, so I was basically raised up as a Christian, that my whole family was Christian. They're very like belief focused on like God and like religion. And I think I need some, not religion. I can't do Christianity again. I just experienced that, and I just, you know what, not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna do it again. And I just need something else to believe in. I think that's what I'm also lacking. And so recently I've been looking at like astrology and like astrology charts because I'm very simple minded. So I'm like, I see the moon, I see the sun. So I think at the moment I'm just gonna believe in the moon and the sun and basically this thing called the universe. And so I was basically looking up my birth chart and like my time and when I was born, and it's actually very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm a Sagittarius. I am likely philosophical, confident, and optimistic. Yes. My Jupiter is a ruling planet, and so my motto is very go big or go home. Yes. And it was basically saying you'll shine the brightest when you're free to seek answers to life's deepest questions however you see fit. Either that be traveling through the globe, acquiring certificates and degrees, or just gushing over its wonders of nature, which is very true. I think more recently, I think now that my brain is finally developed, I feel like now I'm finally, like, now I've arrived home being my brain. And I feel finally comfortable in my brain. I'm like, okay, now I can finally start learning things that I want to learn. And so I'm taking the time to learn just my house placements and what it means to be a Sagittarius. And it seems like most of my placements right now are all in Capricorn. Like I believe I have one, two, three. I have 4 planets in Capricorn. So I was basically learning what Capricorn is, and it looks like Capricorns are relentless. They're determined to overcome whatever stands in their way. They have big pictures, long-term goals, and they don't want to be held down by unimportant information, which is also very true. So I'm very intrigued by these like overall like planets and just the houses and basically my horoscope, because in a sense they do describe me, like they describe aspects of me. So I think I'm just gonna learn more about them as more of like a hee hee ha ha fun information type kind of way, and then just go from there and see what I can do with that information. Because for the longest time I was just like, I know my birth chart, I know my ascendant, rising, moon, everything, but I don't really know it. And so I think maybe right now is kind of the perfect time to learn about myself in astrology. And then maybe after I learn like parts of astrology, I can maybe move on to like different like cultures and different like, I don't know how to really explain it. So like I feel like America has like horoscopes, like that's like their main thing. Korea has, I believe it's like the MBTI, like ENFSP, ISTJ. But I'm intrigued about like what other countries have as like their main factor, I guess, to describe a person based on their personality, I guess. I'm just very intrigued by that. So I think I'll learn my horoscope and all of the things that come with it. Then I'll learn my MBTI, and then I'll just kind of go down the road of who I am, of the time I was born, the year I was born, and all these different aspects and parts of the world. Because why not? The more knowledge I have, the more I know myself, and the more I can pretty much go ahead and kind of like achieve my dreams and goals, knowing who I am based on the time I was born and all these like things that are kind of like above me. So we'll see. That's where my mindset is at right now. I think the main focus of this year is just learning. I want to learn so much this year. I just want to be constantly learning new things and basically treating myself like a student again, which is a very interesting mindset to be in when you're about to be like 30. I'm literally in my late 20s and I'm like, I'm gonna be a student. And for me, that's hard because I thought I knew everything, which I'm terribly incorrect. I do not know a single thing. And so I think having this mindset of I'm like thinking of myself as like, oh, I'm a freshman heading into college, but college in my timeline is the universe. So I'm a freshman in this universe college. I'm just learning things, and hopefully I have this energy of just wanting to constantly know more and to not stop myself from knowing other things, because I feel like that's my downfall of just like once I know something, like once I learn a little thing about something, I'm like, I know it all. I don't need to learn anything else about it. So hopefully I break that down about myself, and I'll just continue this joy and hardships of learning something new. That's it.